أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته Surah-Al-Baqarah verse 27. Allazina, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, we have discussed the topic that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described about the people who are not ready to understand any logic, who are not ready to ponder upon the examples of Quran. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that if you will not pay attention on my words, if you will not think about Quran Majid, then you will be misled by you. I will leave you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the term fasik for these people. And Allah said, I only leave the people who are disobedient, who are fasik. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to describe the characteristics of fasikin, of disobedient people, of sinners. Allazina, these are the people who yankuduna, break ahdallahi, covenant or promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mimbadi, after that, mithakihi, binding, after binding it or after ratifying it. Wayakta'una, and they cut. Ma, what? Amara, ordered, commanded. Allahu, Allah, bihi, with it, and that you salah, keep it, join. We join it. These are the people who break Allah's covenant after accepting it, after ratifying it. What is the covenant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? There is only one promise between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And my dear, you have read it in Surah Fatiha. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. If you can remember, I have told you that our messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said that the middle part of Surah Fatiha, the verse Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, is a pact, is a promise between a man and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What does that mean? What does that verse mean? Very simple. Allah, there is no Lord except you. I accepted you as my Lord and I will seek help from you only. I am only your worshipper and I will seek help from you only, ever and ever. I will never do shirk. I will never make any rival for you. So this is the promise between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the pact of Allah. It is the covenant of Allah. And when someone will accept it, how someone can accept this pact, this promise? By accepting Islam. When a person will embrace Islam, he will accept this promise. And when he will break this promise after accepting Islam, this is the greatest sin. The most grievous sin is shirk. Second thing, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pointing out here, is and who cut aside what Allah has ordered to be united. What they cut aside? What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered to be united? Relationships. Your relatives are your responsibility. Your blood relations, first of all, your blood relations, your parents, and for parents, their kids, brothers and sisters, and after that your grandparents, your great grandparents, your uncles from both sides, your aunts from both sides, your cousins, they are your blood relations. And it is your duty to keep good relationship with your relatives. You should be generous with them. You should be kind with them. You should do good, whatever you can do for them. You should be a hospital person for them. You should spend money on them. You can do any good act for them, whatever you can do, my dear. This is their right on us, and this is our right on them. So always make your relations beautiful. Never break relationships, never leave your relatives, because kata taluki, break a relationship, is haram in Islam. You can never leave your relations, your relatives. You should meet them. You should try to make good relationship with them. After that, after blood relations, your relatives toward by your spouse, your in-laws, they are also a part of your family. For man and woman, for both people, husband and wife, not only for only wife, but for husband too. In-laws are also a part of family, and we must have good relationship with our in-laws. On the other hand, our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues, our class fellows, teachers, students, workmen, all people with whom we have some type of relation, they are important in our life, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us about their about our behavior with them. You will inshallah learn in Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught us that the people who are travelers and you will see them on their way, you should have done best behavior with them. You should do ihsan with them. What is ihsan? Ihsan means the best what I can do with you. So what you will do with me, that's another issue. I should give you my best. I should give you my best. This is the ihsan. And all relationships based on good behavior. So we will have to join relationships. We will have to do good relationships with our relatives. It's obligatory for all Muslims. So the people who are unobedient, they are used to do shirk. They are mushriks. On the other hand, they are used to break relationships. And the third characteristic is yufsiduna fil earth. They do mischief in the earth, cause mischief on earth. What is mischief? They always try to upset others by any means, by making fun of them, by mocking them, by causing conflict among people, by raising quarrels, by doing some corruption. From family matters to terrorism, everything which can upset a social system is fasad, mischief, corruption, disruption. So we should avoid all these things. We should not interfere in others' life. We should not tease others. We should not mock others. We should not make fun of other people. We should not deceive someone. We should not degrade someone. We should do always positive things. We should away from negative things, because negativity is a disease. It will affect us also, and it will affect the social system. So fasad, mischief, is a vast term. It covers all negative acts and negative theories which people can do, or which people can spread out in a social system. So we should never do something, we should never say something which is harmful for our social system. We should try to support our society with our positivity, with our positive potential. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, now try to link things. Quran is describing different examples. So a person can understand the reality. A person can find the truth by paying attention on these things, on the signs of Allah. But there are a group of people in every nation who are not ready to pay attention on anything, who are just making allegations on these examples and not ready to understand anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will leave these people as they would like to live. Allah will not force them towards hidayah. And these people are unobedient people. So if you would know someone, if you need to understand someone's behavior, that is he an obedient or unobedient person, why should we understand that? Not to condemn them, just to save ourselves. If we will keep in touch consistently with unobedient people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we will be like them. So we should be aware of behaviors. If we will find someone like this, we should have a safe distance between us and them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us their characteristics, and there are three main characteristics. First, usually they are mushriks. Secondly, they will break relationships. And third, they cause mischief on earth. Ulaika humul khasirun. So those people who are losers. Allahu Akbar. It is they who are the losers on the day of judgment, actually. Not necessarily in this world. Maybe they will be successful in this world. You can find many people who are mischievous, but they have different key post in their hand, and they are ruling on the world. They are wealthy, they are powerful. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not talking about the loss of the world only. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the day of the judgment. So on that day of the judgment, they will be the loser. They have no virtues. They have no good acts in their namai amal, in their amal nama for their jannah. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that they are losers. Whether they are very virtuous person, But if they are not a good human being, they will lose their virtues on the day of the judgment. Kaifa, how can takfuruna, you disbelieve, billahi, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can you deny Allah? How can you disbelieve with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Wa kuntum, and you were amwatan, dead, fa ahyakum, he gave you life. Did he not give you life when you were lifeless? Obviously, before our birth, we were nothing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave birth to us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us body. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us identity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us human being first of all. Then he make us man, woman. So identity is also from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nowadays, maybe you have listened about the law of transgender people. According to this law, every person has a right to identify his gender. No. How can someone identify his gender by himself? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us birth with a specific gender. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us male or female, or some people in between the gender female and female. And all these gender types are specified by medical science. So no one can say, yes, I am a man, but I want to live like a woman. No. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us face, similarly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us gender. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, how can you disbelieve with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You are nothing, but he gave you life. Thumma yumitukum, then he will give you death. And will he not cause you to die? When we will complete our lifeline, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala order us to die. This is all his will. We can live life on the earth according to our free will, but when we will take birth in this world and when we will die, this is all in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hand. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, how could you deny? How could you deny Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You were nothing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you birth, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you death. He will make you die. Summa, then yuhyikum, he will give you life again. And again bring you to life. When? On the day of the judgment. We have the first life on the earth now. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us death and we will die. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us life again. We will get up from our graves and with this body and soul, both with the same face, with the same body as we have in this world. We will recognize each other. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I will give you life again. Summa ilayhi turja'un. And on that day, you will ultimately return to him. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you life again. And on that day, you will ultimately return to him. This is the cycle of life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us life. And when time will up, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us death. And after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he would like, he will give us life, the whole mankind will get up from their graves, and we will come to the Maidane Hashr, the place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will set the all matters of the day of the judgment. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question us, will inquire us, and He will decide what we deserve, Jannah or Jahannam, paradise or hell, and then He will allot us according to our acts, according to our deeds, our result, and our place. And this is what the cycle of life is all about. Huwa allazi, He is the only who khalaqa, created lakum, for you, ma, everything, fil ardi, on the earth, jamiyan, together, all together. It is He who has created for you all that there is in the earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one and the only one who created everything on the earth. Nothing is made by someone else. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything, then how could you make some rival for Allah? Thumma, then, istawa, turned, rose over, ilas samai, towards the sky, the heaven. Fasawwahunna, then leveled. Sab'a, seven, samawat, heavens, skies. And after making the earth, He directed Himself towards the sky and fashioned or leveled it into seven skies, seven heavens. After creating earth and all belongings of earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala paid attention. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directed Himself towards the skies, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created seven skies. Okay, what is a sky? Actually, science till today can't give a complete, a clear definition of sky. We cannot reach till the sky. We have no idea actually what is sky. So, sky is the roof above us which we can see, but we can't explain it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us in Torah, in Bible, and now in Quran Majid, that there are seven skies. And when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went for Miraj, he had traveled through these seven skies, and he has told us his journey when he went to the first sky, then second and third, fourth, fifth, seventh. Inshallah, we will discuss this hadith someday. But actually, seven different skies exist. They have different levels, and they are one after another. This is what we believe. This is also belief of the unseen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created seven skies. Wahuwa bikulli shay'in alim. He has perfect knowledge of everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that I know everything perfectly. I know how many skies are there. I know about the wealth of earth, how many things are in the earth. I know everything, and I know how to make a thing. So I have perfect knowledge about everything, and I am the source of knowledge for everyone. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the master of the universe, and whatever knowledge we have is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He is the source of knowledge. This is what the Alim means. He is the Alim. He has the perfect knowledge of everything, because He made everything, and He is transferring knowledge of everything to us. He is the main source of knowledge. He is the hub of knowledge. He is the everything. So we should be obliged to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He made such a beautiful universe for us. And the best thanks is the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the belief of oneness. We should not do shirk in any condition at any time. We should believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the greatest and best way of thanking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with belief and thankfulness. Ameen. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.